There is no such thing as free market capitalism, either in theory or in practice. You can't describe free market capitalism in a way that doesn't contradict itself, and there has never been, nor will there ever be, a free market capitalist economy because of that contradictory nature of free market capitalism. And here's the simple reason why. And this isn't a secret. This is something that all economists who aren't just denying the obvious have believed since the advent of capitalism. Capitalism requires a coercive state. You can't possibly have a functioning capitalist system without a coercive state to back it up. The reason why that is that capitalism requires a whole bunch of things in order to get off the ground that only a state can provide. Here are 3 examples, although there are a bunch of other examples. One example: the creation and the securing of money and a monetary policy. Capitalism requires money and a monetary policy, but only a state can create and secure money and a monetary policy. If every business had its own money and were securing its own money, none of the businesses would be able to interact with each other in terms of that money. You need some overarching monetary policy in order for businesses to be able to interact with each other. Second thing, less abstract. You need the protection of private property in order for capitalism to get off the ground. If capitalists can't be assured that they legitimately have possession of their capital, then they have no reason to invest, no reason to create, no reason to use that capital in order to get more capital. But the only institution that can possibly secure private property, that can defend private property against people who might try to take it, is a state. Some sort of entity or group of entities or governing body or authority that has the right to protect individuals' private property is going to need to be an overarching entity or authority. So the protection of private property requires some legitimate authority that can protect that private property. And finally, a capitalist system can't exist unless somebody guarantees contracts aren't broken. You wouldn't pay the University of Colorado money if you thought that we didn't have to educate you, or you just, were going to do all the things to get your degree and then we just weren't going to give you one. You know you have legal recourse if we break our promise to you. In the same way as we have legal recourse if you break your promise to us. You don't pay back your loan. That's the reason why the capitalist system of education can work at all. So capitalism requires a state. If free market capitalism is capitalism without a state, then there is no such thing as free market capitalism. Now, the free market capitalist might be hoping that we can get as close to stateless as possible. That's fine, but that's not free market. That's mostly unencumbered market capitalism. Now, I got to confess that that was something that was so obvious when someone told it to me, but before I was told that, I believed that free market capitalism was possible and probably the best form of capitalism.